Good morning, dear children. Myself, Mrs. Tanushree Burman. I am here to take your history session. We had already started with this lesson, that is Harappan civilization. In the last session, I had given the introduction about the chapter. We had seen the meaning of civilization, the triads that mark the civilization, yes or no? Then we saw information about Chalcolithic period, Bronze Age civilizations, and we started with the sources of information, and in that sources of information we could complete only the first one, that is Great Bath. Okay, now today I'll continue with the remaining sources of information of Harappan civilization. In my last session also I had told that since there are no written records about Harappan civilization, these are the various things through which we get information about the Harappan civilization. Great Bath, citadel, seals, script, bearded man, dancing girl, dockyards. Okay, all these are different things through which are these, in fact, in other words you can say, of information through which we get information about the Harappan civilization. And from that we completed the first one, that is a Great Bath. Okay. Now second one we'll see, that is okay. Let's see through the PPT. The raised area of each city was called as the citadel. The area was raised with the help of mud brick platforms. At their houses in this area, along with other important buildings like the Great Bath, Granary, Assembly Hall and the workshops. It denotes advanced planning. We can call it an urban civilization. Okay. So what is citadel? The raised area of the city. Okay. The raised area of the city was called as citadel. And who were living in this citadel? Ruling class. People of the ruling class were living in this citadel. Okay, the society was divided into two parts, the upper part and the lower part. The upper part was called as citadel. Okay, and it was a raised area, or the raised area was called as citadel, and ruling class people lived on the citadel. Okay, apart from that, other important public buildings like Great Bath, granaries, these things were there in. And it shows that it has reached a high degree of perfection. Okay, and this thing we can come to a conclusion that it is an urban civilization. Okay, I hope the things are clear about citadel. Citadel, now see, basically the Harappan civilization was divided into two categories, the upper part and the lower part. So upper part was called as the citadel. The raised area of the city was called as citadel. Then who were living in that citadel? Ruling class. Okay, ruling class people were living on citadel, and many important public buildings, granaries, all these things were there, workshops, all these places were there on citadel. Okay, and seeing all these things we can come to a conclusion that it is an urban civilization. Okay, now next we'll go to the next sources. Children, now we have studied two sources. We have finished two. First, we have seen about Great Bath. Okay. Second, we had seen about citadel. Now, third. Okay. We'll study about seals. Now see, seals were of different shapes, different sizes, and there was something inscribed on the seals through which we get information about the Harappan civilization. Let's look into the PPT. The seals used by the Harappans show their artistic skills. 2,000 seals have been discovered. It comprises of seals with one-horned bull, buffalo, tiger, goat, elephant, and rhinoceros. So 2,000 seals were discovered. Okay, and what was there on the seals? Animals were inscribed. One-horned bull, buffalo, elephant, rhinoceros, Lord Pashupati. Okay, so these different kind of seals were discovered by the people, through which we get information about the Harappan civilization. Then, seals were rectangular, square, or circular. Pashupati seal shows that they believed in Lord Shiva. Okay, now shape were rectangular, square, or circular. Pashupati seal was there, through which we come to know that people believe in Lord Shiva. Okay, they worship Lord Shiva. Next, see, Unicorn seal shows their mythical beliefs. Okay, then seals were used by traders to stamp their goods. Seals were pressed on the layer of the wet clay after tying the knot to the back of the goods. Seals were found in different areas. So seals were also used to stamp the goods. So when goods are packed or sent from one place to another, where the knot is being tied, on that the seal is being pressed. So that these seals also are found in different parts, so that we come to a conclusion that this Harappans traded with different parts of the country. Okay, and some overseas trade are also seen because they are seen in other countries apart from Asia also. Okay, now seals, 2000 different kinds of seals were found by the people. Seals were of different shapes, that is rectangular, square or circular. Then animals, different kinds of animals were inscribed on the seals, like one-horned bull, buffalo, elephant, goats, rhinoceros. These were the different kinds of animals which were the seal reveals that Harappan people worship Lord Shiva. Okay, then seals were also used to stamp the goods after the goods is being dispatched. When the goods is being dispatched, when they tie a knot to the goods, there they used to seal with this seals. Okay, and these seals could be found in other parts also. So we can make out that Harappans traded with the other parts of the areas of the country, or beyond the country also they traded. Okay. So this was all the information about the seals. Now next source of information. Okay, we continue with the seals. From the figures on the seals, we come to know about their dress, ornaments, hairstyles and animals. So from the seals, we can also know about their dress, hairstyles, ornaments. Okay, it also tells us about their religious life. It also tells us about the trade with ship and commerce. It also tells us about their scripts. So we also come to know about their scripts through these seals. Okay, so this is all the information about the seals of the Harappan civilization. I hope it is very much clear. 2000 seals were found. Seals were in different kinds of shapes, that is rectangular, square or circular. Then different kinds of animals were inscribed on the seals, like one-horned bull, buffalo, tiger, rhinoceros. Okay, then Pashupati seal is also there. We come to know that Harappan people worship Lord Shiva. Then seals were used to stamp the goods. Then we come to know about the dress, the hairstyle, the living of the people through the seals. And we can know about the script also of the Harappan civilization through seals. Okay, so this was all the information about seals. That was the third source of information. Now we go to the next source of information. See these pictures. You can see the pictures on the slide. See, first picture is about Pashupati Shiva and surrounded by animals. You can see one snake over there. Yes. Tiger is there. Okay, that is Pashupati Shiva. Then down it is bull, and next to that one picture is there. You can see it is one-horned bull. Okay. Next, bearded man. Fourth source of information is bearded man. Okay. Now, what is bearded man? See, bearded man actually is an yogi. How do we come to a conclusion that it is yogi? We'll just see through the PPT. Artist statue of a man with beard was discovered from Mohenjo-daro. It has a structure. This, children, you can see it in this picture. See, this is the shawl. This is the left shoulder and this is the shawl going through the left shoulder of that yogi. Eyes are half closed, hence called as a statue of yogi. You can see the eyes. Eyes are half closed. That is why it is called as an yogi. It is made of limestone and its height is 17.5 centimeters. Okay, now bearded man. Okay, this bearded man is also called an yogi. Okay, his eyes are half closed. The shawl his left shoulder. It is 17 height and it is made of limestone. Okay. So this is the information about the bearded man. We call him yogi because his eyes are half closed. He is wearing a shawl on his left shoulder and its height is 17.5 centimeters and it is made of limestone. Okay. This is all the information about yogi. See, this is male torso. Sockets are there at the arms. Okay, and on the head, so that head and arms can be replaced. It is a kind of, you can consider it as sculpture. This is sculpture in terracotta, mother goddess. This is mother goddess of the Harappan civilization. Okay, you can see the picture. Next, dancing girl. Next source of information is about the dancing girl. Dancing girl. Now this is also, you can say, kind of architecture which was made by the Harappans and we got it afterwards. By seeing this dancing girl also we can say that their art and sculpture have reached a high degree of perfection. We'll see through the PPT slide. The bronze statue of a dancing girl was found at Mohenjo-daro. So the statue was made of. Next, it shows the highest form of art and sculpture. Then, the right hand of the dancing girl rests on the hip. Now see children, if you see the picture carefully, see the right hand. See, this is the right hand of the girl and it rests on the hip. Okay, her hair is neatly fashioned in the form of a bund. See the hair, you can see bund over here. Okay, her head is tilted slightly backward. If you see go through the picture carefully, you can see that the head is little bit tilted backward. The left hand is heavily bangled, holding a small bowl against her left leg. See, if you see carefully through her left hand, it is resting on her leg. Okay, against her left leg, and one bowl is there in her hand. Okay, so this is all the information about the dancing. So, dancing girl is made of bronze. It shows highest degree of perfection, highest form of art and sculpture. Okay. Her hair is neatly dressed, okay, in the form of bun. If you see her right hand rests on the hip. Okay, and the left hand rests on the left leg and one small bowl is there. Left hand is resting on the against the left leg and one small bowl is there in her hand. And if you see her head is little bit slightly tilted towards the back. Okay, if you go through the picture and see the picture carefully in the PPT, you will see all these things. You can clearly see in the picture all these things they have defined about the dancing girl. Okay, now we'll go to the next source of information, that is dockyard. Dockyard, what is dockyard actually? Dockyard, you can say it as port. Okay, port means the goods or the vehicles which come and move from, okay, the destination in the water bodies is called as dockyard. Okay, from there the goods were imported and exported. Okay, now we'll study in detail about the dockyard. Let's see at the PPT. Dockyard, a rectangular dock was discovered at Lothal in Gujarat. It was surrounded by a huge brick wall to protect it from floods. It was made of baked bricks. It was an important seaport of Indus Valley civilization used for carrying out overseas trade. Okay, so see this dockyard, where it was found? It was Lothal in Gujarat. Okay. It was found in Gujarat. It was surrounded by brick walls to protect it from flood. Okay. Then it was made with baked bricks. While going through this dockyard, okay, while seeing this dockyard, you can come to a conclusion that this port was made, this dockyard was made especially for the import and export of goods, where Harappan people could give out their surplus to the other places and take other products from the other regions. So this was a place of import and export for the Harappan civilization people. Okay, so this is all about the dockyard. This was one source of information, and now we move on to the next source of information, that is script. Seventh one is about the script. Okay. Now let's look at the script. We'll see at the PPT. Harappans use a pictographic script with signs representing birds, fish and humans. See the script which we are using today, as English, Hindi, Marathi, of languages are there, but during that time they didn't have any such language. So their script was generally pictographic of birds or animals. So they used to have a script in that way, and they used to read those scripts. Okay, it was possible for them to read those scripts because they were using those kind of script, which is difficult for us to understand, because it is a core language for us, which is very difficult for us to understand their language. Okay, 375 to 400 number of Harappan scripts were found. So how many scripts were there? 375 to 400. Then scripts were inscribed on seals, copper tools, rims of jars, coppers and terracotta tablets, an ancient signboard. So these scripts were inscribed on their jewelry, on ancient signboard. Okay, and apart from that you have copper tools, seals. So on all these things they had inscribed their scripts, which were in the form of pictures. Okay, then in some cases it is written from right to left, and in some cases it is written from left to right. Okay, so some places it is left to right, it is right to left. So this is all about the script. Okay, so script, they have found the script about, in numbers if you see, it is between, according to the numbers, we'll see that the scripts are found in between 700 to 400. These scripts were there, and scripts were seals, terracotta figures, ancient signboards, jewelry. Okay, on all these things, these scripts were inscribed. And scripts, in some cases, I told you all, they started from left to right, or it was inscribed from right to left. So this is all the history about the scripts of the Harappan civilization. You can just see the picture, just observe the picture of the scripts. See, like this. Just go through it. Mortar, jar, okay. Then C, they have used pestles mortar. Then D is fork mortar. B is lance. Okay, see the pictures. F, fish. For F they used to use fish. For G, one-eyed fish. For H, slashed fish. For I, caped fish. For J, horned fish. And for K, fat crab. So this is the way, means if they want to use A alphabet, they will use which is in the form of mortar. Okay, like that. See the picture carefully. I have shown you in the PPT. See the pictures carefully. These are the different ways they used to write their script. Okay, in the form of pictures. So this was all about the script about the Harappan civilization. Okay, so now, okay. Now, this was all about the sources of information about the Harappan civilization. So, we have 7 sources of information. Great Bath, we had discussed about the Great Bath. Great Bath. By seeing the Great Bath, we come to a conclusion that Great Bath was made by a ruling class. So we come to a conclusion that the art and architecture had reached a high degree of perfection during that time. And we come to know that ruling class must have existed to build such a huge structure. Then there were steps leading from north and south to the Great Bath. Then proper inlet and outlet facility was made. That means we say proper planning was there. And that is why we can say it as urban planning or urban civilization. Then citadel, the Harappan civilization was divided into two parts, upper area and the lower part. The upper area was called as citadel, and the people of the ruling class used to live on citadel, and there were important public monumental buildings like Great Bath, workshops, granaries, all these things were there on the citadel, and other people used to live in the lower part. Then seals. Seals, we have seen that seals are rectangular, square or circular in shapes, and seals we have seen that there are more than 2000 seals had been discovered, and different kinds of animals are inscribed on the seals, like tiger, one-horned bull, buffalo, okay, rhinoceros, elephant, all these kinds of animals are inscribed on the seals. We also see, we have also seen that one seal is there of Pashupati Shiva, and from that we come to know that people worship Lord Shiva, and seals were also used to stamp the goods. So this was all about the seals. Then we saw about the bearded man. Bearded man is called as an yogi. His eyes are half closed. One shawl is there over his left shoulder, and we can consider him as an yogi. Okay. Then, since his eyes is half closed, we consider him as yogi. Okay, that is about the bearded man. Then, dancing girl. Dancing girl is made of bronze. It is a statue made of bronze. Then, dancing girl. There are many characteristics. By seeing the statue of the dancing girl, we come to a conclusion that the art and sculpture of Harappan civilization had reached a high degree of perfection. Okay, and if you see the specifications of the dancing girl, her left hand rests on the hip and it is heavily bangled, and the right hand rests on her left leg, and one small bowl is there in her left hand, and the hair is dressed very neatly in the form of a bund. Okay, and it is made up of bronze. So these are the specifications of dancing girl. Then we have dockyard. Dockyard was found in Lothal in Gujarat, okay, and it was surrounded by a brick wall to protect it from floods, and it was made of baked bricks, and all kinds of import and export activities was done through this dockyard. And last is script. The script is a form of writing. So the language which we use today was not used by the Harappan people. They used different form of writing, which was in the form of pictures, pictographic writing. I had shown you the picture of scripts. They had discovered around 375 to 400 different kind of scripts, and these scripts were inscribed on the tablets, terracotta figures, their ancient signboards, on jewelry, okay, on seals. So these were the things on which the scripts were inscribed. Okay, so this was all the information about the sources of information. From where do we get sources of information about the Harappan civilization? Because as such we don't have any record of the Harappan civilization. Okay, now I think the things are very much clear about the sources of information. Okay, now we'll move to the next part of the chapter. We move ahead. Okay. Now the urban Harappan culture was a result of growth and development of local village cultures. It had trade contacts with Mesopotamia. The entire area of Harappa is triangular in shape. So how is Harappan civilization? It is triangular in shape. Then it has the largest area of civilization, 12,99,600 square kilometer. Sorry. Yes, square kilometer. Then Sutaindar in west to Alamgirpur in east. Okay. So suppose if we see this, Okay, this is west, and this is north, and this is south. So we'll see the borders. Sutkagener in west. So here you have then Alamgirpur in east. Here you have your Alamgirpur. Okay. Then Manda in north and Bhagatrao in south. Manda in north and Bhagatrao in south. So these are the extent of the Harappan civilization. So we'll just go through it. See, many villages came together which gave rise to Harappan civilization. When there was a advance in the culture of the people of the village, that time there was civilization, there was Harappan civilization. Now the area, if we see, the Harappan civilization is triangular in shape. Okay, and if you see the area, 12,99,600 square kilometer is the area of the Harappan people. Okay, now if we see the extent, okay, in the west we have Sutkagener till Alamgirpur in east, and from north in the Manda to Bhagatrao in the south. Okay, then extent of Harappan civilization, see Sutkagener in west, that is Pakistan and Balochistan, then east Alamgirpur, UP, south you have Gulf of Cambay. So these are the extent of the Harappan civilization. Till here the Harappan civilization extended. Okay. Now 6 Harappan sites included Harappa, Montgomery district in Punjab, Mohenjo-daro in Larkana district in Sindh, now in Pakistan. Both the cities are linked by river Indus, hence called as the Indus Valley civilization. So Harappan, in Harappan cities you can say first is Harappa, okay, which is there in Punjab, now present Punjab, okay. Harappa, second is Mohenjo-daro, Mohenjo-daro is in Pakistan. Now it is in Pakistan, and these two places are connected by the Indus Valley, that is why it is called as Indus Valley civilization. Okay. Then Chandu-daro near Mohenjo-daro south, then you have Lothal in Gujarat, next is Kalimbangan in Rajasthan, and Banauli in Hisar, Haryana. So some parts are there in India. If you see, Lothal is and Harappa in Punjab. So these 4 places, children, you can see it is there in present India, and Mohenjo-daro and Chandu-daro, these places are there in Pakistan. So these are the 6 sites of Harappan civilization, and from that 4 are there in India and 2 places are there in, 2 sites are there in present Pakistan. Okay, I think the 6 Harappan sites are clear. The extent is also very much clear from the east to west and north to south. So in today's session, children, we have seen about the remaining sources apart from the Great Bath. We have seen the remaining sources of information. Okay, we have seen the extent of the civilization. Okay, and we have seen the 6 Harappan sites. From that 4 are in India, present India, and 2 sites belong to Pakistan, are in present Pakistan in fact. So that's all for today, and the remaining part of the chapter will continue in the next session. Thank you, dear children.